Before I say what I wanted to say, I just wanted you to hear how quiet it can be out here compared to how I used to live in suburbia. And it's funny how you can get used to the different sounds and noises all throughout the night. You ever heard your neighbor's air conditioning unit pop off in the middle of the night? Anywho, I watched a movie today, and it was called Hidden Figures. And it's about three black women. It picks up right about 1961. And they all worked at NASA. Kevin Costner's in that film. Very well made film. They tell you in Hollywood these days based on true events. As I watched the movie, I often do this anyway. I look past the plot and I pay attention to the people, the surroundings, the background, the houses, the cars, how people dress, how people act, the differences compared to today. For example, here we're going fast forward from 1961 all the way to 2023. And what I kept noticing, and I've seen this film probably twice before, and the main things I kept noticing was the difference in society and people, the way people act now compared to back then. The differences in how the children acted towards the parents and the respect level, the way men treated women, the way that man courted that woman, to win her love and win her hand in marriage. Just, you fast forward time, man, and look at the way people act today. And I mean, I'm an old head, so, at 54 years old, I'm not out there in the streets and stuff and, having fun like I used to in my 20s. But let's fast forward, man, and start right now. I just saw a TikTok again, a mob of youth in downtown just all hanging out, and 6 of them start jumping on somebody's car and stomping on somebody's car. Their private property, just destroying somebody's stuff. I mean, you can go on, but I keep getting stuck in a few areas. Listen how the youth talk, and I mean men and women. They sound very ignorant. And I know it's not, well, I'm going to say, I know they talk a lot about our education system and how most kids are reading, high schoolers, they say, are reading at a 4th grade level. So not looking for blame or anything, but it is of what is currently the state of our society. And then I look at how people dress and the things they're doing on the internet for attention, primarily talking about exposing their body and, the sexual nature and things like that. And I remember telling someone, I don't know, a week or two ago, I said, you know what? I look at this stuff that they do, and I said, my mother would have never done that. She had too much self-respect to expose herself like that, and, the girls talk like gangsta dudes, dang near. Now, I know that's what I see, and there's a lot of good, and there's a lot of well-raised kids, and, it's just, oh, man, times they have changed, man. if I got it right, I mean, I get it. Fair is fair. You go to these beaches, which I haven't been to a beach in a minute, but seems like all the beaches now, the ladies wear nothing but G-strings, like just let it all hang out. And then I saw a lady, grown woman, probably 35, 40, walking down a sidewalk in a suburb, or more like a rural, oh, I said that wrong, urban neighborhood, and she's got a G-string on and a fishnet dress where you see her entire body. And a dude was checking her about it and telling her about herself, and I had to give it up and say, hey man, they walk like that on a beach, so why she can't walk like that in public down the street, you know? So it wasn't about looking at fault and saying that woman's wrong for doing that. It's just things have changed, man. And I heard, I think his name is something Miller. He used to be on the scene as a comedian and whatnot. And he said things are getting bad. And to be honest, I don't think it's going to get any better. It just was too much for me to try to text these thoughts that I wanted to share. But yeah, go watch that movie. It's called, I'll put the link. It's called Hidden Figures. And really cool movie. And just look at the difference in the way people acted and conducted themselves, you know, in public, regardless of what was going on in the 60s with unfairness and civil rights and this and that. And we get it, that really happened. But even through all those challenging times for people, there was a strong sense of community and, you know, just care. I'm not saying it didn't have crime and didn't have bad people, but I start with how they dressed. Like throughout that entire movie, I mean, all colors, well, it was only two colors in the movies, white or black, but no woman in that movie showed not one lick of cleavage. Not one lick. You know, it just was a trip to see it. And then you turn that movie off and you go to YouTube. I don't have TikTok, but I see the TikTok shorts through YouTube. And you see how people act today compared to back then, and the unruliness of the youth right now. I'm not saying, well, it's happening, so obviously it was meant to happen. But and they say history repeats itself, so you know, our country is only a couple hundred years old as far as for being the United States and America. And you know, who knows, you know, if they don't nuke this place, the earth, that is, and the United States sticks around for another 1,000 years, you know, I know, you know, the things is going to continue to change, and hopefully things do reset in some kind of way, in a positive way, and things change. They did say these crazy ass little youth that's looting stores and all that stuff, they said that's the generation that's actually gonna step up and fix things. I don't know if it'd be the same ones you never know, because shit, they even got pimps that become pastors. So God bless y'all. Just a thought. I think I'll kill it on that note. Y'all have a wonderful evening. In Arizona, signing out.